Hey everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here with part one of my Historathon vlogs. So today is Saturday, November 4th, so we're right at the beginning of Historathon, and I thought I'm probably going to do 3 vlogs because Historathon is a readathon put on by 3 people. So it's Gloria Z. Thompson, Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library, and Amanda from On the Middle Shelf, and each of them gave 3 prompts. And so the goal of Historathon is the whole month of November, and the goal is simply just to read historical fiction, but I used it to make my entire November TBR. And so within each person, I did 1 historical and 2 something else. And so I figured I'm going to do these vlogs, and I will do 1 prompt from each person, and one of the books will be historical, and the other 2 will be something else. And hopefully, I'll bring you 3-part vlogs. So today is Saturday, like I said. It has been a day. Like, I look like it has been a day because it's been a day. We've got one kiddo who is sick. She's got whatever's going around right now. It's like a couple days, 2 or 3, I think, of like high fevers, some GI symptoms, and then really just like the aches, chills, no energy, all the kind of stuff that comes with high fever. So middle kid has that. Oldest kid had her first basketball game today. So that was really fun. She did great. She loves it, and she's 5, and this is her first time like playing organized basketball, and she's plays with one of her good friends who her mom is one of my good friends, and she played for K-State. So she knows way more about basketball than we do at all. So my daughter just kind of jumped in, and she did great. And yeah, baby's kind of just coming along with all of it. So far, the past couple days, I've been taking the biggest and youngest places while my husband stays with the middle sickie, and sleep has not been a thing, all the things that comes with a sick kid. But it's the first round of cold and flu season for this year, and so knock on wood, hopefully nobody else gets it. We'll see. So today, it just started raining. It's kind of gloomy, and so it's like great day for Historathon. So I've already actually read my first book, and it is How to Find Love in a Bookshop. And this is for the prompt of a book. I think there's book in the title. I can't remember whose prompt this is, but I'll leave my TBR down below so you guys can see, and that I think that video has more details. But so the first prompt is book in the title. So How to Find Love in a Bookshop by Veronica Henry. So this is a British, I would almost say like women's fiction, about a woman who her dad, she was raised by a single dad because her mom died, and her dad opened this bookshop to Nightingale Books to kind of be their income. And so now it's many, many years later, and her dad has just died, and so she is in charge of running this bookshop. And what she didn't know is that the bookshop is not in good shape financially. And so she has to kind of save it. And this book is her story, as well as I think maybe like 6 other people who are connected to the bookshop and how they're connected and what they have going on in life. And there's definitely some deeper, heavier stuff. It's not just super like chick lit, easy stuff. But my complaints about this book are I read it on audio, and I 100% do not recommend the audiobook because, like I said, there's a lot of characters. And on audio, it just kind of like got confusing. It's got that kind of British humor and also like a little bit of a detached tone. And so, at least that's the way it came off on audio. And so it became like the narrator was kind of flat, and it just got like, I listened to multiple chapters multiple times just to try to keep my head around what was going on and keep my head focused. And you guys, normally staying focused on an audiobook is not a problem at all. And this one, it definitely was. So I am giving it a 3 stars because it was cute. It was sweet. Like I said, it had deeper elements, but audio was not the way to consume this book. So I'm going to keep this. Normally I don't keep 3 stars, but I'm going to keep this because I think I would enjoy it quite a bit more if I read it physically. And so I would say I recommend this if you like slow character studies and if you want to read with your eyes. I would not recommend the audiobook. So that is the first thing I've read. Now I'm reading Bomb Shelter by... Gosh, I can't remember, but I will have a picture up because I don't have a physical copy of it. And this one is interesting. So you guys know Um, one of my biggest, like, I'm an anxiety sufferer. A generally anxious person, and one of my biggest triggers is when one of my kids is sick. And so I've been kind of a little bit higher anxiety the past couple days, and like she's been like sick, like almost 104 fever, and it's my child who is very feels things very strongly. And so, you never know if the world is actually ending or not. And so my anxiety has been a little bit higher. And I think that has not been a good time to read this book, because this book is about a woman. It's a nonfiction about a woman who, is just talking about all the really hard things in life and how there's still beauty among it. So, about how you can have anxiety and be optimistic at the same time. And, I believe that to be true, and I feel that to be true. But she's saying examples of like her teenage son had like a grand mal seizure, and then has all these repercussions from it, and just all these things that you would never think can happen have happened. And yet there's a lot of beauty. Her dad's a surgeon and he has a heart attack or something, and there's a lot of things that you're like, gosh darn it, this is just, life happens on you, and you very rarely see it coming, and the anxiety that induces, but also the beauty that you see in every single step. And so I'm really enjoying it. But like I said, because I'm already like a little bit more anxious, it's like the seizure thing, like my kids are all young. Knock on wood, none of them have had a seizure, but like also with these super high fevers, you never know. And so it just kind of freaks me out. Like, so I don't think this is the right time to read it, but so far I'm enjoying it. So obviously the first two that I'm reading, that was for a 5-star prediction. And I would say it is not a 5-star because it's kind of a stretch. Like she's making observations in first, second, and third person. Like she jumps around a lot in this book, and like she's making a lot of different observations about her life and a lot of commentary on her life. But the whole like connection of like there's beauty amongst the chaos is kind of something that you have to read between the lines. And it's more, she's definitely not making that connection for you. So I think it's so far, so good. It's not going to be a 5-star at this rate, but I'm not done with it, so we'll see. So I am telling you about the two not historicals. So stay tuned for my final thoughts on Bomb Shelter and then what historical I get up to. I'm hoping to finish this entire vlog in the weekend, just because that would make me feel good. But I don't know, because the last one I think I need to read physically. So actually the chances of that happening are slim to none. But we'll see. We'll see. So that is where we're at with Historathon. We'll see in just a minute. Hey everyone. So I have finished the Bomb Shelter, and it's basically like the moral of the story is what I had already said, but it's also that like you have to choose to live. Life is anxiety inducing, but you'll miss out on life if you just get buried by it. And so I really like that message. I enjoyed the book. It was good. So now, the last book that I'm reading is Not Without My Sister by Marion Kummerow, and this is about a 4-year-old girl and her 17-year-old sister. They go to a prison camp, and they are separated, and they're just trying to get back to each other. And you guys, it's heavy. I will say, like, I'm really enjoying it. It's less than 300 pages, and I'm already 100 pages in. And so I'm really, really enjoying it. It's heavy. So that's a hard thing to say, but like, I will say that the 4-year-old reads very old. I had a mature 4-year-old. She's 5 now, but, and even her, like, I feel like she reads older than her. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I'm doing that right now. I'm on a date with, my middle child where we went to Sam's Club and roamed around and, got some stuff, and now we're waiting for pickup, and, then we're going to go home and eat lunch and all the things. So, I will check in when I finish it. Hey everyone. So our neighbor's dog keeps barking off and on, so hopefully that doesn't happen, but I have finished, Not Without My Sister by Marion Kummerow, and I really like this book. I'm going to give it like 4 stars because it was short. It was like 300 pages. And so I feel like it did not pack the emotional pack that I thought it was going to. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. But the story is this girl, there's 2 sisters. They're 4 and 17. And they get sent to Bergen-Belsen concentration camp during World War II. And this fulfills the prompt of your favorite time period to read about or something, because I love World War II books still, even though people think they're overdone.
And so they get taken to this camp, and the 4-year-old gets sent to like the kids side, whereas the 17-year-old gets sent to like the adult side. And so they are separated, and the book is them trying to get back to each other, but it's really their existence there in this camp. And the 17-year-old has it rough, and that was really hard to read. But it all progressed so quickly that it was like, it just lacked a little bit of emotional punch. The 4-year-old, it was interesting because like we're seeing it through her eyes, and so we get, we don't get as much of probably the truth of what's going on. We get some of the fact that it's really harrowing, but there's also this like orphanage, this lady who like takes people in, and the SS kind of leaves them alone, and so she provided love for them even though she couldn't provide much for them, and so it almost felt like cozy at times. Anyway, so that is my thoughts on that. I enjoyed it. Wish it would have been a little bit longer to be more developed. But we are now walking over to our beloved chiropractor's. She's in walking distance, and you guys, she is like the goat. She's awesome. So we're going to go do that. So that's the end of this part 1 of Historathon, 1 historical fiction down. And we will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.